Hey guys, Kev here, and I have some rapid reviews to do for you, or overviews, whatever you want to call them. And let's start off with this guy. This is the Manganus designed Kooby. I honestly still don't know the name of this. I think it was like the Ambassador or something like that. This one just doesn't do anything for me. And it's mostly the aesthetics. It looks just fugly to me, like this, closed. And that's me personally. I know a lot of people love this knife. I've heard a lot of people be like, have you tried it? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, what? It's amazing. Okay, great. I'm happy that you love it, right? So aesthetically, it's just a meh for me. So I never wanted to carry. I think I did actually carry it once. But, that's pretty much all the experience I had with it, other than flipping it a bunch of times at my desk. Okay, aesthetics, not my favorite. Now, the ergonomics are good. It works. It's comfortable. It's very neutral. It's got a nice long handle, so if you have a big hand, you should be able to get plenty of grip on here. It does a reversible clip, which is cool. In terms of the blade, you have a saber grind there, flat grind from here down. Seems fine. It's in D2, so, I'm glad they coated it, which is good. It looks serviceable. It's going to be a good EDC blade for sure. The carry, again, didn't really carry it much. Clip is good. They did not seat the clip, but it's pretty low, and the clip is bent, and it's got enough clearance there that it's fine. That one time I carried it, I don't remember it being an issue. It doesn't have a lot of weight for the size. I mean, it's just like a 3.5-inch blade. Now, the action is just really good. I mean, I get it. It's essentially a drop shut knife. The studs are really good. The D10 on this is perfect for the reverse flick, the thumb flick. It also has this giant flipper tab. Flips out really good on that as well. Left-handed, all the same things work. I don't have any complaints with it in terms of really anything but the aesthetics, and maybe materials, but it's a budget knife, so it's okay. It's G10 and D2. So I would just say this is a good knife. I get it. It's just not for me, So that is the Manganus. I'm going to call it the Ambassador. I think I'm wrong again, but that's how much I didn't care. And I don't want to be that guy, but it's my channel. I just didn't connect with this knife, so I didn't really do much with it. But I wanted to show it because Jared was nice enough to send it my way, and I know a lot of you guys actually like it, so it's a good knife, just not for me aesthetically, right? Next up, we have the M3 Tactical CCT folder. This one was loaned to me by Urban EDC Supply, and I gotta say, this one's grown on me since the unboxing. I actually really liked it in the unboxing. Now, again, personally, the Persian is not for me. That's just a non-starter, especially one this pronounced, right? Which also gives you that curved handle, which is not my favorite thing, but it's super comfortable in the hand. It does look cool. Like, there's no doubt it looks cool. It's just not functionally what I want, so therefore the aesthetics don't work, if that makes sense. But it really is a good looking knife. I know that's dumb. Carbon fiber show side, titanium lock side, bead blasted M390. This is made in the United States of America in Phoenix, Arizona. That has been double, triple confirmed as far as what we've been told. So, it does have some Chinese built sort of things going on, which is a positive. It's sad that that's the case, but it is. Like, it's built very well, so it reminded me of a Chinese-made knife. Of course, I'm talking about the good OEMs, QSP and Riot and Wii and those guys, right? Best Tech. It feels like one of those. The only thing that I don't love about this knife is the D10. It's just it's a lot too weak. For a flipper tab like this, it should gun out, right? Now, if you flip it like a normal person, you can still fail it. But if you go ahead and give it a little gas, it comes out fine. Once you got used to it, you'd be fine. You saw early there, I was flipping it just fine. The only problem I have with that is you just don't get any oomph. Like, it never sounds like a 3.5-inch freaking tactical knife. Like, I feel like a knife like that should sound a lot more authoritative, if that makes sense. Like this is an auto, but I can flick it manually. You hear that? You hear how that freaking gun's out of there? You hear the sounds on this? I don't like this knife. Oh, see, it also has a very weak detent, but you can get it to make really good sounds like that. This one, it just never really gives you that woof that you really want. You can reverse flick it, I think. I saw somebody do it off the fuller, or off the side of the blade here. I think it was Brent, Backpack B. I brought it to his house. There you go, I got it out, but not really, great. But hey, other than the detent, this knife is excellent. It really is. If you're looking for something American-made, it's $350 with carbon fiber, titanium, and M390. Got a nice grind on it. It's actually thinner than you'd think it would be. Feels like it would be a fantastic EDC knife for somebody who likes this type of knife, who likes knives like a brand I won't talk about anymore that starts with an H, knives like Medford, Strider, that kind of stuff. I think this fits into that category, and it's USA made. So the CCT folder grew on me. I'm really impressed. I actually kind of want to reach out to M3. I will. Maybe I'll talk to them at Blade Show about possibly doing a run of something Devo related. We'll have to figure out what their minimums are and all that, because they do OEM work. So really, really cool company that I want to learn more about. So that's the M3 Tactical. Shout out to Urban EDC Supply for loaning this my way. Then we have the Concept Pray to Tout, another one from Jared Neve. And this one's just a hard miss for me. This feels like Concept just trying to sell knives. I don't know what else to do, what else to call it. The other knife I reviewed of theirs that he sent me is the Convict. And this feels like them trying to make a good knife. You know what I mean? I know that seems like an odd thing to say, them making a good knife and them trying to just make money. This is them making a good knife. The action's phenomenal. The ergos are phenomenal. The design is phenomenal. Maybe that's because it's designed by somebody else, but I think this is too. So I don't know. Maybe it's just personal preference that I like this over this, right? Could be. They also went like full-on bougie here with what looks like Damasteel. Where's the blood? Where's the blood? I see no blood. I keep dropping Jared's knives. Well, actually, I scratched the other one. Looks like we're good. I just dropped it on this. So, Jesus, how did I not cut myself? I don't like the Damasteel looking stuff. It might be real Damasteel. That's fine. Centering's good. I mean, the knife is made well. That's for sure. It gives me Satori vibes. Gives me K Maxron vibes. I don't know if that's who designed it. But at the same time, it just doesn't really work for me. The studs being in this weird location and really like small. They work, but it just looks weird, right? The flipper tab, that's unnecessary because of that. Because they didn't go ahead and put a real detent on it. Why? Because they wanted you to be able to use the studs. And I'm on the lock bar. And they wanted you to be able to use the fuller to flick it. Great. Then chop that and give me a freaking choil. Why wouldn't you have given me a choil? That would have been... Dude, this knife without that flipper tab and with a choil would have been sick. But they didn't do it, right? And you know what? It's more aesthetic for me, I think. I just don't like it. And that's... I'm starting to just realize... I have preferences. I need to stop trying to make excuses for why I don't like things and try. I'm not like saying I'm trying to sugarcoat things. It's just I don't like it. I don't like the knife. I can't always explain and pinpoint exactly what it is. And it doesn't mean that you shouldn't like the knife. It just means that me personally, this looks gaudy with, the Damascus and the Damasteel. It's just not my style when it comes to knives. And like it fits my hand okay, but my finger kind of lands like right in this area that I don't want to land on. You can kind of climb up here. If there was a choil, man, whoo-wee, it'd be really nice. And if it was regular steel, and the action, it's not like drop shut or anything. The Convict is, so I mean, I know they can do it. I'm sure it could be a matter of tuning, But I don't know. I just don't dig how it kind of looks like frog eyes here. And yeah, just not for me, the Prey to Tout, but it's made well. And if you like the design, hey, there you go. Next up, we'll do the Kizer Yorkie thumb stud. So this is one I was excited to review because I don't know why. I've always wanted the titanium version, but I never jumped because it was a frame lock and I'm left-handed, right? This one's actually an M-Tray 90 steel, so you're gonna get that. There's the Yorkie. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get that M-Tray 90. You're gonna get that M-Tray 90. It's another one from Jared. So I was excited to check it out, but I ultimately just wasn't super impressed. Now, I found out this is red paper micarta. I believe it's not aluminum or G10 like I thought in the unboxing. The detent, while really good, and I love a snappy detent, you guys know that, it's almost a little too strong because of the way they place the studs. So for a thumb, boom, all day. Thumb, it is money right-handed, and a reverse slick lefty, money. That detent is perfect, right? But they didn't give you enough access on the backside here for the lefty thumb flick, which, you know, it works once you, but I've done this so many times. So had they lightened the detent a little bit, not too light, but just made it a little lighter, I think it would have been a lot easier to get. Or had they just added a little more of a cutout. I don't understand why companies refuse to just do the same cutout on both sides. Would that look weird? I don't think so. The right-handed reverse flick is also a little difficult because of that. You have to kind of get under there. It's a little easier than the lefty thumb because my thumb is obviously fatter than my middle finger and I'm kind of getting under it. But that's where that detent comes in. It just feels a little too strong for it. I don't even want to flick it again because my finger hurts now. So to me, it's a great idea. I think it just didn't work for me personally. And then lastly, I think it's just because my hands are bigger. I have a large glove size hand, which aren't huge, but this is a tiny knife. This is a 2.5 inch blade, I think. Like, here's my Quiet Carry Drift. We all know, I think that's like a 3-inch blade, maybe 3.1, you know? So it's just a little too small, I think, for me. But it does work, and if your hands are small and you can get under there, I think you'll like it. The ergos actually are surprisingly good. You can get up, choke up like this. I actually get a full grip on this. It has a relatively, you know, it's just a stock, you know, EDC thickness, I'd say, like 0.12 or something like that. Comes down to full flat grind. It's definitely a good EDC-able blade here. Nothing to complain about there. Would I like it thinner? Yeah, of course I'd love it thinner for this small of a knife. Something you're not going to hard use, you might as well make it thinner, right? But then the overall knife gets thinner. Is that a big deal? I don't know. I think it could have gotten thinner for sure. And then the action, you know, the detent, like I said, is a little too strong, I'd say, on this guy. And I'm the guy who wants strong detent, so that tells you something. The closing action on a knife this small is just incredible. This is what I would want on a knife this small. Like, this is my perfect action on a knife this small. You can't expect it to fall shut, and you don't need it to, right? You get a nice little shake going. It drops to your nail. Centering is dead on. It's Kizer. They killing it, right? It's a good knife, guys. This one just has a touch too strong on the detent. And I wish the lock bar access was better. And then last but absolutely not least, we have the Trevor Burger or TBC Custom Urban. And the reason I want to do this is because I have done an unboxing, a disassembly. I actually did a comparison to the production version prototype from Riot. And I just wanted to wrap it up with a full review, even though it's sort of a rapid one. And shout out to Dave because he gave me the idea. So he also is the one who sold me this. This is number 1 of the Urban Customs. Absolutely just fantastic. There's really no other way to go about it. Talking about this knife, Trevor Burger killed it. You have a hidden hardware clip. You have your numbering right here. This was the one thing that kept me away from this knife originally when they came out, because it had TBC and the numbers right here. I thought that was going to just annoy me, but no, I love it. You have this sort of bronze finished anno, which I would never choose myself, but I'm glad I got it because it's got this dark bronze color. It just looks so cool. You have a full hollow grind up to the spine. Dude, it's just the best knife for, or the best grind for cutting. EDC test that I found is the Trevor Burger hollow grind. I use my LEXK a good bit, and I've used this a little bit, and it's just so good. I mean, it's not the thinnest hollow grind, but it's thin. It feels fantastic. Probably comes down to, you know, I don't know, somewhere around 12 thousandths behind the edge. The action drops to your nail, and then it's just smooth gliding close because you have a strong detent. He likes a stiff detent, but you can reverse flick off that hollow grind because it's a full hollow grind. Your finger just catches, boom. It's so easy. The ergonomics on this are so good. One of the best, maybe the best. The Rosie is right there, but that one has more like swells. This one is just like a neutral, perfect grip for my large glove size hand. Slide up, right up there to the spine, and it just feels absolutely amazing. I love this knife. Left-handed, it functions really well. You can just lean to the side, and you can get your flick on. You can kind of just bang it out like that. I've gotten used to it. Grip, close, shake, boom. Front flip works great because no lock bar on this side. It's actually harder sometimes right-handed because I tend to rest my fingers on the lock bar. This knife is an utter masterpiece. I'm so glad that Trevor Burger got antsy and wanted to make it a custom instead of just waiting for the production run. And I actually recently had an EXK in. If you watch that unboxing video, it's unboxing stuff, I don't know, episode 16 or something. I compared them a little bit, and I was going to do a comparison video, but my buddy Joe actually bought that knife off of Troy like the next day. I kind of facilitated it, and I wasn't going to hold up him having his new knife. But I did a bit of a comparison, and they're basically the same size. A little bit different in terms of handle design and stuff, and then it's thicker on the EXK, and I love the Urban. I think for me personally, it's the best one of his knives. It just fits the hand so well. Super slim, carries really well. Yeah, the clip is a little tight, but that's kind of what you want on your super expensive custom knife. You want it to stay in your pocket. And yeah, Trevor Burger just kills it. I will continue to support him. I will continue to try to buy Trevor Burgers. Once I can get a fat carbon one of these, I'm in. If anybody has one, hit me up because I have never seen one of those in the wild. So it'd be cool to see. And yeah, that's it. So there you go. That is the Urban. So we've done the reviews on the Urban. We've done the Manganus. I don't know. Sorry. We've done the M3 Tactical CCT. We've done the Concept Predator. Slide these up. And last but absolutely not least, we did the Kizer Yorkie thumb stud. So there you go. Rapid reviews in less than 20 minutes from LeftyEDC on 5 knives. What? No way. All right, I love you guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you like the rapid reviews? I like doing it because I get to wrap up knives without having to do full, you know, review videos on something that I may not, like, absolutely need to. It doesn't mean I don't love the knife. This is one of my favorite knives, top 3 knives right now. I really like this knife, minus the detent. But it's not because of that. It's because I just didn't have that much experience with it, or I just wanted to get it in because I did 3 other videos on it. There's no need to beat a dead horse, so to speak, right? We're trying to cut horses, not beat them. Anyway, I love you guys truly and dearly. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and if you're watching this, it's probably right around Blade Show time. So hopefully I see you there. Peace!